me filming in front of my patio door because I do not want to set up my lighting, and it's a beautiful day outside. The sun is shining, so there's a lot of lighting coming in, so this is me filming with natural lighting. Unfortunately, I'm not filming with my Canon camera. I do not know where the battery is or the charger. So I know they're together. The battery and the charger are put together. I just do not know what I did with them. So I gotta start looking for them and see if I find them. Are you in there? Anyways, I'm not gonna worry about that right now. I am going to be updating you guys on my trimester. I am on my third trimester. I am 37 weeks pregnant today. 37 weeks, which means she has 3 more weeks to her due date. She about to come soon, because let me tell you, I am so done with feeling pregnant and being pregnant. I'm very grateful for this opportunity, but it just becomes very like challenging. And you just get to a point where you just want it to be over with. You just want to hold her. You just want this process to be over, and that's where I am. Okay, so I'm gonna update you guys first on my second trimester, and then third on my third trimester. Secondly on my third trimester. So hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. My name is Judy, and today we're gonna be doing my second and third trimester update. I had to take notes just because, let me tell you, it's been a long road. Whew. I cannot wait to be able to get up on my own and get down very easily, because it's hard. So during my second trimester, it was fairly easy. I didn't have much complications, much of anything, honestly. The only thing that I had, and you guys knew about, was my cold, and that lasted forever. True what they say, that you do get your energy back. You start feeling like yourself a little bit, well, as much as you can, to be quite honest, because you have a human growing inside of you. But you do start feeling better. Your belly's not that big, you know. You may or may not look pregnant. It took me, I was in my second trimester when I announced it. Like, I was like mid second trimester when I announced that I was pregnant, because I was showing. I remember my husband, I was making it a big deal about announcing that I was pregnant already, and I didn't know how we were gonna do it, and my husband was just like, just post it and blah blah blah, like just making it like such a not, sorry you guys, I'm using natural lighting, so if it's in and out, that's what it is. So he was like, just post it, it's not that big of a deal, blah blah blah, because he doesn't think of things the way I think of them. Like, when it comes to social media, he's like, our family know, the most important people know, so it's just gonna be people on social media knowing. And I'm like, no. And then he was like, don't post it, just keep living life. I'm like, Atoa, I'm going to have a belly soon, and people are gonna be like, wait, you're pregnant? So I don't want that awkward transition. I'd rather just really nicely post it out there. So we figured out a way to post it, and we finally posted it. Like, I was like 20 weeks, I think. I think I was 20 weeks when I announced that I was pregnant, because I was finally showing. And for the beginning of it, all I kept looking like if that I gained some weight. And I kept getting comments, and it was just so annoying to like get comments about like me gaining weight and people not knowing that I was pregnant. So, and of course you're not going to be like, well, like, because I'm pregnant. But yeah, people need to really watch their comments in general, because I realized how like ruthless people can be with their comments and not realize how mean they sound. Because I've never once in my life said to a pregnant woman, you look big, or are you carrying two, or I've gotten those a couple times, right? And I've gotten those, yeah, you look big, girl, yeah. Like, there was this one lady that used to come into my office when I was working, and she would do that, and I would just stand there, and I'm just like, and she was like a family friend too, so she knew me, and her comments just were very like, you fat, like basically you're fat. So if you're watching this and you're not pregnant, be generous to the pregnant women. Around 20 weeks or so, I started feeling flutters. It really just feels like, people kept comparing it to like bubble guts. Yes and no, because it really just feels like someone's going like this. Like if you go like this to your skin, that's what it feels like. 20 weeks or so, when I started feeling like the flutters that I was talking about, around 25 to 27 weeks is really when I started feeling her actually move. And those feelings were so weird. It felt like a worm. Like it felt like what you would feel when you're going like this. And I felt it where like my bladder and my uterus is and was. Like I know that once the baby grows, your uterus gets bigger, blah blah blah, because she's in it, but that's where I felt it, literally down here every single time, and I would have to stop, and I'm like, ugh, like, because it would feel so weird to have that feeling, because it was just like literally like, it wasn't as hard as someone going like this, but it was just that feeling of like a worm in there. The biggest thing that I went through health-wise during my second trimester was my cold, which led into my third trimester, and it ended up being viral, bacterial. I don't know how to explain it, but I ended up having to take antibiotics for it. It would not go away. You guys saw my cough. You guys heard the way I sounded. It was horrendous. My ribs started hurting so bad because I was coughing so much. I never knew that you could experience rib pain like that. Like I literally couldn't like take a deep breath in because it would hurt. And I never knew that existed. So the doctors ended up giving me antibiotics. I took them for about 4 to 5 days. She gave them to me for 10 days, 3 times a day. Homegirl did not do that because one, I thought that was way too much. Way too much. Two, I ended up getting a yeast infection. If you guys don't know this, so obviously antibiotics clean your bacteria out of your body, good and bad. So being pregnant, you are very prone to getting yeast infections. And because I was taking antibiotics, the bacteria, the good bacteria in my area was taken from me. So I ended up getting a yeast infection with the antibiotics. So I ended up taking it for like 2 more days. And then I stopped. I was like, I do not want a yeast infection. And I didn't, I felt better. And now I have a little cold coming on, but I think Toa gave me this. He was like coughing all over the place in this house, and I was like, boy, if you do not cover your mouth, stop sneezing all over the place, you're gonna get me sick. And lo and behold, I'm coughing. So hopefully this goes away on its own. Nothing crazy like the last one, but I don't know. It's been 3 days, and every day it gets a little bit worse, but I'm not super congested like I was the last time. I don't think I threw up at all in my second trimester. I think I was feeling just fine. I didn't have any crazy cravings. I haven't had really crazy cravings my entire pregnancy. Like I crave certain things, but they're not like, I don't know, like right now I like cake. Like I really want cake, like fluffy cakes, cakes dipped in milk. Like that's what I want. Like I want that feeling and taste. So that's where I have been with that, but that's it. Like I don't sit here and crave like cement. Like I don't know about any of that. So now we're in my third trimester. 3 weeks till due date. She can come at any minute. She's fully developed, I guess that's what you would call it. I did schedule an induction, but I'm really back and forth on getting an elective induction. Honestly, and I'm just nervous about it, making that decision. So I have the appointment scheduled. I'm praying on it, letting just things happen on its own. I might reschedule it because it was a 39-week induction, which she'll be here my 39 week, but I might schedule it to 40 and not go past 40, because at 41 I'm gonna have to get an induction anyways. So if by 40 weeks she's not here, then I would do it. But by 39 weeks, I just want my body to do what it does on its own. I want to labor at home a little bit. I don't want to have to be in the hospital bed the entire time. So there's just a lot of decisions that go in with making the decision to be induced. So during my 3rd trimester, I've been sick to my stomach several times. I think it has a lot to do with how big she is now. And my stomach being smaller, I feel like she pushes up on it. I can eat a good portion size of food, not too much, because I don't like to overfill myself, but I can eat, feel fine. 20 minutes later, she shifts and I feel awful. I feel like I overate. I feel like I shouldn't have eaten that much, and I know that I didn't eat that much, but because she shifted, it like shifted my whole entire stomach. So I still very much now, like just like my 1st trimester, ginger ale is and Sprite is literally what I want to drink almost all the time, because it just helps settle my stomach when I'm eating versus just feeling nauseous. Whenever I eat, I drink a little bit of something like fizzy like that, and it helps me feel a little bit better. I am starting to feel tired again. Not as tired as my 1st trimester, but I am starting to feel tired. And it sucks because my mornings, Toa goes to work at 6. Sometimes he wakes up at 3:30ish so he can make it to the gym before he goes to work. And he's an early bird, 100%. And he doesn't realize it, but sometimes he'll make a lot of noise and he wakes me up. And sometimes in the morning when I'm woken up, I just can't go back to sleep. It's very uncomfortable to sleep sometimes. So I'm up at like 4:30. Then I'll like lay there trying to go back to sleep. It won't happen till like 7, and then I won't wake up till like 10, and I feel like my day is wasted. So lately I've just been trying to get up at 4:30. If I wake up and I can't go back to sleep right away, I'll get up and start my day a little bit, so then I can take a midday nap, versus sleeping right completely through. This morning I was so tired that like him waking me up didn't even affect me. He woke me up a couple times, but I was just like, huh? And then I went right back to sleep every single time. That's how tired like this transition has gotten me. One big thing that I've suffered with this entire pregnancy is sciatic nerve pain. It sucks. It sucks so bad. I cannot do a full day of work. Like, let's say I want to clean my entire house. I have to limit myself to doing a certain amount of things, just because if I do too much, the nerve pain is insane. And sometimes when I'm getting up, the nerve pain is there. When I have my legs twisted for too long, it's there. So I don't know what to do to prevent it, but I mean, there's really nothing to do to prevent it. It's a lot of weight in my back, my butt, my legs, a lot of my weight gain. I've gained about 30 pounds so far throughout my entire pregnancy, which I'm not mad at it, whatever. I do plan on losing it. I'll show you guys my stretch marks in a few minutes. I do not mind sharing all this stuff with you guys because it's a normal process, honestly. So a lot of my weight gain is in my legs. So my legs do have stretch marks on them. And I think that's what is inducing my sciatic nerve pain even more than normal, because it's just so heavy in my lower half part. So I've always had back pain, butt pain when I was like normal, like without being pregnant. It was always normal just because My lower half is heavier than my top half. Just like when girls get pain in their back because of their boobs, lower back pain happens because of big butts. Back to the sciatic nerve pain, a really big reliever, and I feel like if you're suffering through this, what you can do to relieve it is just get a hot pad. Hot pad really works for me. It helps in about 15 to 20 minutes or so. So what I do is I'll turn it on the highest and I'll sit on it. I literally will sit on it because like any single, like I can't lay down, I can't do nothing because any pressure hurts. Like it legitimately hurts. So what I do is I'll sit on it. I'll like endure the pain for a good 15 minutes until slowly but surely the heat starts, like I'm guessing, like minimizing the nerve being swollen. That's in my thought, that's how I think of it. So if you're suffering from sciatic nerve pain, I highly recommend trying a heat pad. I do try to roll out with the rolling pad. Never worked for me. Toa has massaged me a little bit and it helps a little bit, but the biggest relief pain that I've gotten from the sciatic nerve pain has been the heating pad. I am literally almost always hot, like always hot. Right now the heater is not on, or anything isn't on, because it is pretty cool outside, so the house is not that hot. But let me tell you, 99% of the time around my house I have a t-shirt on and my underwear is on. I like wearing pants now because my thighs are pretty big and they just rub out of nothing. So when I go to sleep, I hardly sleep with a blanket, and which is so abnormal because I am the type of person that I need something on me. But because I'm so hot, so hot, I just can't do it. I remember being in Texas when I went to go visit Toa, I think, yeah, in October for my birthday. I was so hot, and that was my first trimester. So hot that I had the heater on, I mean the air on at 40 degrees in the room, which means it was just continuously running because the room never got to 40 degrees, with the fan on me. And I felt so bad for him because I knew that he was cold, but I was so hot. I just could not deal. And my skin will get cold. Like you can, like to the touch, I'm cold. But internally, I am so hot that I can't. I can't deal with it. Things that I'm dealing with right now, kind of being uncomfortable, is getting out of bed. It's really hard to get out of bed, roll over, get up, do anything physical, bend over. Oh my God, I do not understand. I don't know. When I sit down like this for a while and I get up, I feel like I get a Braxton Hicks. I don't know if it's a Braxton Hicks. It just feels like a period cramp. Nothing crazy. I've gotten a couple Charlie horses, which is uncomfortable too. Toa knows exactly what to do to alleviate that pain. One time I had both legs and he got up and immediately like relieved it, which was awesome, because me, I don't even know how to do that. Heartburn is a thing, and another really weird thing that's happening with me, I feel like I've gotten color. I know that I look kind of pale right now, but some days I feel like my skin complexion is a little bit darker, and I have been trying to like lighten my underarms and just like the little marks that I have in general. But some days I feel like I am darker than what I used to be, and not by much, but I do feel like I have a tan. Excuse me. Toa has noticed it too. He one time told me, like, were you sitting in the sun or something like that? And I was like, no, like I feel like I've been having a tan. And I looked it up, and your skin color can shift a little bit when you are pregnant, which was a weird thing. So that's kind of it. Again, I was offered here in South Dakota a 39-week induction, but I'm like, I really want my body to do what it does naturally. I don't want to be introduced to something right away and then I feel like this is what a nurse said to me. She said the more interventions you might need to add more interventions, which can lead up to a C-section. So I might do some natural remedies, you know, to have her come early, and maybe that'll work. But when it comes to being induced, I think I might wait till 40 weeks, just because I feel like I'll feel much better about it. Anyways, I'm gonna show you guys my belly. She big. Some people tell me that I look small, but I'm gonna show you guys my stretch marks. I am a little bit nervous about them, but it is what it is. I'm gonna learn to love my body again. I love my body now because it's creating a human, but you know, self-love for myself will come again. Let me get up. Whew. So this is my belly, and I feel like people's belly buttons look weird because how much stretching can it really do? So I think belly button stretching is inevitable. A lot of my stretch marks are on my side. You guys can see them there. I would normally get them in general when I was not pregnant and just gained weight. And again with this side, you can see them there. I'm not too nervous about those. I am starting to get a couple right here, which is so weird because she's always on this side. I'm trying to figure out why this side is. I have like 3. This is a mark from putting lotion on my body when I first started putting lotion on my body. I've never been the type to put lotion on my body until I'm pregnant, and it broke me out right there. So it's a stain from that. But yes, my belly is a little hairy. No, I'm not shaving it. Okay, next. I have never seen someone talk about this, and I'm gonna share it with you guys because I've been asking people questions and they're like, yeah, I've had them before, and I'm just like, you never talked about it. So, stretch marks on your legs. It happens. Whew. I don't know if you can see that. They're right here. They're very light and faint, so I feel like once the swelling on my legs go away, it will go away. But you know, of course it makes me feel a little insecure when Toa wants to like touch my legs. I'm like, can you not? Can you not touch my legs? So yeah, those are my stretch marks. Hopefully they do me good when the baby comes. I do plan on breastfeeding, so hopefully that does me good too. I have a feeling she's gonna be small. I feel like she's gonna be like 6 to 7 pounds. I don't know why. But yeah, that is my pregnancy update. I'm going to pop some pizza in the oven for me and my husband because I am hungry. And yeah, that is all I have for you guys in this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions about pregnancy, something I may have not covered, leave them down below. I would love to talk to you guys about them. And again, this is my experience. I might have said some terminology wrong. I'm sorry, I'm not a professional. But if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys on my next video. Bye guys.